Our nature innately is the existence of Brahman, the infinite absolute, or real self. That existence is immutable, and it is nondual. That is, it is one without anything else existing whatsoever. If through misidentification you assume individuality for that absolute formless existence, right there is the starting point for all delusion, all illusion. Since it is illusion, it does not really start. For something unreal does not actually begin. When we see that it does not actually begin, that is its end. That is, when we inquire as to what our existence is, who am I, as the Maharshi has advised, and in self-knowledge know our real nature, we see that neither the individual nor the individual's delusion has actually come to be. Such misidentification is ignorance. Ignorance alone gives the false impression, the superimposition of bondage upon what is otherwise formless, limitless, pure existence. To eliminate bondage, therefore, and realize liberation, all that is necessary is self-knowledge. To know yourself, all that is necessary is to deeply and continuously inquire, who am I? Since the words, who am I, and the thought, who am I, cannot be continuous, nor can such be deep enough for yourself as something more than sense perception, words, and thought. What is indicated by the inquiry is the light of your own consciousness knowing itself and dismissing the false sense of objectivity to it. That consciousness is your existence. Existence and consciousness are identical. Eliminate misidentification from the existence. Eliminate the superimposed definitions of the known upon the knower. Oh, the devas must be calling. Eliminate the superimposition of the known upon the knower, and reality, the self, comprehends itself. When misidentification is actually negated, that is, when ignorance is abandoned, all the attributes and activities of such ignorance are also abandoned. So if you relinquish the mistaken notion of I am the body, the idea that I do, that I feel, I sense, I am embodied, and so forth and so on, are also eliminated. When illusion like that is eliminated, nothing real has been eliminated. It is not that at one time you are one thing, and later you are the self, that you are an individual at one point, and later Brahman or God. Rather, your nature is always Brahman, always the self, and in this lies eternal realization, and thus eternal freedom and eternal peace. One's ignorance is only, as the Maharshi has put it, formal ignorance, for it has no actual substance. Even ignorance or illusion is not apart from the singular, undivided existence is not known apart from the consciousness that illumines it. Yet we cannot say the consciousness or the existence has any delusion, duality, or ignorance in it whatsoever. Your nature is unformed, unborn, uncreated. Pure being, consciousness, bliss. This is originally so. What do you imagine has happened to you that you could be otherwise? As an example, one often cited by Sri Bhagavan. In deep dreamless sleep, the mind's activity has ceased, and with its sense perception, there is no idea of a body or a mind, or having a body or a mind, nor any manifestation of the individual or ego. There is then also no notion of an objectively existing world, nor even a memory of such things. You were existing, and you exist the same right now as you did then. Nothing has changed in your essential existence. So then, if your experience now is different than then, so that there seems to be division or differentiation, and you seem as if endowed with a body and a mind, or to be a particularized being, what do you suppose has happened? That which is real always is real, and has neither beginning nor middle nor end, but remains ever as it is. What is not like that is unreal. Your real existence ever is just as it is. Your nature does not change. What has apparently happened? That you seem to be endowed with form at one time, and yet you're without that form at another time. If you inquire and know yourself, you will see that you never have form, that you do not have conditions or states or phases, nor any kind of attribute or quality. Who is it that takes on form? Who is it that is born, apparently, out of the indivisible? Who is it that takes on such misidentification alluded to earlier? That is, who is it that becomes ignorant? The Maharshi says that to inquire and know the actual nature or real nature of the one who is in bondage is itself release or liberation. Why does he say this? It is because your being is indivisible, of one nature always. If you inquire, for whom is the bondage? Bondage ceases to exist. If you inquire, whose is the ignorance? You'll find the ignorance and the one to whom it supposedly belongs are identical. The notion I and its manifold forms are of the same quality. What is made of entirely ignorance is not true. To put it quite simply, all the sages and scriptures and such declare that your nature is the one absolute, Brahman, the real self. Always you have the feeling that your existence is singular. There cannot be two of you. If you would imagine there were two of you, there'd be one who would know that imagining. Find out the nature of that one, and reality knows itself. Find out the nature of that one, and there's no such thing as other. It is one without a second.